So today we need to talk about new jeans. Hi everyone, welcome back to Once Upon a Melody, or welcome if you're new. I'm Melody and I am a late diagnosed ADHD and autistic person, and K-pop is my special interest, and I am glad that you're here. I hope you'll join me on my K-pop journey by subscribing down below. I'd love to have you. So you may or may not have noticed that I did not do a reaction to ETA by NEWJEANS. This isn't because of the alleged connection to a group, although that did initially concern me about the song, and I think that those people that are affected by that have all the reason in the world to be angry, and they are having valid feelings about the connections that people saw in the promotion materials for that song. After actually watching the music video and seeing that it was just an ad for iPhones, however, that was no longer my main concern. So I did instead react to Cool With You sides A and B, and that's where I have some concerns. I want to be clear that this video is not hating on NEWJEANS, their members, or their very clear talent that they have. Their songs are interesting, unique, and very fun to listen to, and they often explore the ups and downs of relationships. And these music videos are very artistic and very different from what we usually see in K-pop, and that's not always a bad thing. Just want to make that very clear starting out. But the music videos do have some problems. They do contain some content that is not necessarily what I would think is appropriate for 15 to 17-year-olds. And these scenes in these music videos frankly left me feeling very uncomfortable. So I wanted to dig into this a little bit more and kind of find out why I was feeling uncomfortable. And that's why I'm making this video. There are several scenes in these music videos that I would not be comfortable with. And again, I am in no way a prude, obviously. I just think that something can be artistic and weird and strange without being inappropriate. So the first concerning thing that I have is with Cool With You side A, and in this first scene that I'm concerned with, when the main character of the music video, both main characters are adults, and the main female character is seen hovering over the male character who is seemingly unconscious, seemingly naked, and she gets so close as to almost kiss him. It's a very sensual scene, and members of NEWJEANS are portrayed as looking on at this scene. The second scene that I have concerns with is also in side A, when the main character disrobes in the middle of the street and bathes naked in the rain. I understand it's meant to be artistic and it's meant to represent kind of washing away those negative feelings that you can have when you are having romantic feelings for somebody and they're not reciprocated. However, in both of these scenes, what left me feeling uncomfortable was the fact that the members of NEWJEANS were watching the main character as this happened. Whether or not they were actually watching when the scenes were filmed is kind of irrelevant to me. It's the fact that they are portrayed as watching these scenes unfold that I have a problem with. In side B, we open with the same scene that side A closed with. Again, the members of NEWJEANS are looking on as this seemingly naked woman is in the middle of the street. Then we see that the male main character has several nude portraits that he's drawn of the female main character in his apartment. The members of NEWJEANS also dance in front of a painting of Psyche and Cupid, where both of those characters are portrayed as nude. Again, these scenes could have been filmed separately. They could have been filmed in front of a green screen. The girls could not have seen these things at all. However, it is the choice of the producers to put those scenes together so that NEWJEANS is viewed as being a part of those scenes. And I'm not against, of course, teenagers viewing art for educational purposes if there are nude people portrayed in them. That is not the problem here, because that is in an educational context. This art is without context whatsoever. They don't even mention the art. They don't mention Cupid. They don't mention Psyche anywhere in the songs. And the girls are just portrayed as dancing in front of this art like it's something normal to do. than in the ETA music video. The members are seen sending videos at a party to another woman of her boyfriend who they think is cheating on her. There's nothing wrong with that. This whole music video is just an ad for the iPhone, so of course they had to incorporate different creative ways that an iPhone can be used, and this was an example of that. But then a little bit later on in the music video, we see the woman frantically driving to the party. She gets there too late, the party's already done, and her boyfriend and the woman that he is cheating on her with are walking down the street, and she hits them with her car. Personally, when I first watched this music video, I was like, oh, that is nothing new. I have seen worse in country music videos. But again, those were by artists that were adults. These are minors. So now we have a scene with the girls in the car with the woman who has just seemingly killed her boyfriend and his lover. So are they supposed to be accessories to the crime? Are they supposed to be this woman's conscience and like guiding her to kill her boyfriend or guiding her to maybe not have done this? It is very much unclear in the music video. And like I've said before, I have no problems with art. I have no problems with artistic music videos for minors, but it needs to be done appropriately. And this was not done appropriately. So also, I really wanted to talk about this topic because I did not see any of the larger YouTubers or reactors ever even slightly mentioning this, except for maybe like one, and it was only because they had uploaded their NEWJEANS video late, and I guess people were accusing them of hating on NEWJEANS or something. But I just feel like this exploitation of minors in K-pop is just too big of an issue to ignore, and NEWJEANS right now is the most popular group that this is happening to, and I just feel like there is really no recognition of that, but it does need to be talked about. It is highly, highly important, especially in today's culture. So to me, the fact of, again, whether or not the girls were actually present for these scenes or not is just simply irrelevant. The fact that they are in a music video that is their music, not on their own, of course, but that they have sung and that they are performing and they are being portrayed in this way is what I have a problem with. And unfortunately, this is not the first time that NEWJEANS has come under fire for inappropriate content in their music. When Cookie was released, for example, the CEO of Adore, HEE-JIN, who is now an infamous public figure in the world of K-pop, addressed what was deemed as inappropriate lyrics for the members. From the now oft-quoted article from sportskita.com, quote, the song, was created with the innocent thought of baking cookies and nothing else. HEE-JIN also shared her perception of the cookie slang word. The word started as a slang word in the 70s and 80s and is still used in the United States in the same way as to decorate gorgeously and has a great cultural value. I made this album with the heart of carefully baking cookies. This quote that is attributed to HEE-JIN is not from her. This is from the people that created the shirt that Minji wore. That in an article that was originally written in Korean, the creators of the shirt responded to the allegations of this shirt being inappropriate. They said this quote. In the first paragraph, you can see here that it was being referred to the shirt that was worn by Minji at one point that said, "is yours," and then followed the paragraph about the song Cookie. So I don't think she fooled anybody with this explanation that she had. For example, the word cookie has never meant to be decorated carefully. It is not a slang word for that. It never has been. The only other thing that it has been used to describe in English in America, besides an actual cookie that you eat, are cookies that are accumulated on online sites and a woman's private parts. The slang for cookie has been in use in the United States since at least the 1970s, and it has been widely used in rap and rock music since then. I will refer you to the song Cookie by R. Kelly, which I cannot read the lyrics of here because they are simply too explicit. But if you read them side by side, they are extremely close in subject matter, which is disturbing for many reasons. Kelly is not a great example of a musical artist for minors to be following at all. So the word cookie may have a different meaning in Korean that is completely innocent. That is fine. However, as I have explained before in my history of K-pop video about the Kim sisters, K-pop has expanded globally and is now a beloved genre of music around the world. We have access to the internet, we can look things up, it's simply that easy. So if we look at the actual lyrics of Cookie, the words that are surrounding the word cookie in English when translated just simply shred away at that credibility of NEWJEANS' excuse. For example, made a little cookie with chocolate chips, you know, I want to sprinkle all over, I want to make you lose your appetite. I'm hiding it, but I want to see you more. If you want it, you can get it. If you want it, let me hear your voice again, boy. Only sweet flavors, only desserts. That's how you like it, ain't that right? No dinner, you're hungry though. No water, you're thirsty though. That's how you like it, ain't that right? And as many of you may know, thirsty is also a common slang word for wanting essuals or for being essually attracted to someone. So there is someone credited on the song Cookie whose name is Gigi. This could be Gigi Grombacher, who has written Shoot for Itzy and Lingo for Espa in the past. This would make sense as she is an American and she would know what the cookie slang term would mean. The lyrics that come next, sweet sugar, my dessert, my, that's how you like it, ain't that right? And take it, don't break it, I want to see you taste it. Sugar, got sugar, bet you want some, yeah yo, are also super telling because sugar has been used for over 70 years as a slang for kisses and romantic affection. I also want to point out that non-American fans have pointed out this context too. So it's not just in America that we know of and use this slang term. NEWJEANS has been lauded for some time for being a genius for helping with the forming of such groups as Girls' Generation, EXO, and Red Velvet. She even says in this Billboard article from directly prior to NEWJEANS' debut, quote, I wanted to create a label with a brand new look that did things never seen in the K-pop scene before. The kind of music I'm going for is something that hasn't really been attempted in the K-pop scene, so an independent label was essential to push ahead with this. I mean, she certainly reached that goal. HEE-JIN has also been criticized in the past for the way that NEWJEANS members have been dressed, especially in the music video for Attention. This is concerning because of the fact that NEWJEANS has been accused of posting posters and stills on her Instagram from a collage that a friend had given her that she has on her actual studio wall. She responded to this by saying that it was just a gift from a friend. For more about these allegations, I would suggest this wonderful video by Stacey Core that I will also link in the description. So this is concerning because she obviously has no issues with the movies that are portrayed in this collage or their content, and is most likely a huge fan of these movies. So the fact that NEWJEANS members have been put into suggestive clothing and now suggestive scenes in their music videos and also suggestive lyrics in their songs just makes me more concerned for the group. Also, the music video for ASAP just came out as I was editing this video. So first we have the scene of one of the members floating in the water with a bunch of flowers around her. And this is, of course, in my opinion, alluding very heavily to the artwork Ophelia, which is in reference to Ophelia's sewer slide in the Hamlet play by William Shakespeare. So just the fact that they are, again, portraying the members in inappropriate situations, such as sewer slide, not to mention the fact that that NEWJEANS light stick is also portrayed in the same fashion, that is just heavily disturbing to me. Now, with all of that said, I want to specify that I do not think that teens can't listen to music that has suggestive lyrics or wear whatever they want. Obviously, that's not true. Teenagers should be treated with respect just like any other human beings in this world. However, when they are idols that are in the public eye, they need to be protected from predatory behaviors. And how do we do that? We don't put them in these suggestive scenes, in suggestive clothing, and we don't allow these companies to do that to them. Many studies have shown that sexualization and the pressure from media to be sexual has an overwhelmingly negative effect on the developing brains of teen and preteens. One study, specifically from Curry and Choate from 2010, that I will be referring to heavily in this part, says that this is because this is a time when girls and AFAB children between the ages of 10 and 17 are developing their sense of self. A 2006 study from Brown and Lamb revealed that 49% of children in this age group reported that they watched music videos daily. This has one effect when they see adults engaging in sexual behavior as something to perhaps aspire to one day. So what do you think they're thinking when they see teens their same age in those same kinds of scenes? Furthermore, how do you think the members of NEWJEANS feel about this? Just this year, South Korea has passed a bill to protect underage K-pop idols from exploitation. This law was passed to clamp down on laws surrounding minors in K-pop after a lawsuit from the singer Lee Seung-gi against his agency. He sued his agency for embezzlement and fraud and alleged that he hadn't seen a dime of profit during his 18-year career. This law passed on April 21st of this year, 2023, and the policy addresses issues from unfair and ambiguous contracts to how a K-pop idol in certain age brackets can be dressed. Quote, "The policy also bans agencies from infringing on younger artists' right to an education, excessively managing their appearance, or putting their health and safety at risk." So what does excessively mean here? From Naver.com translated, quote, "Excessive appearance management of youth celebrities, coercion of health and safety risks, assault and sexual harassment, and infringement of the right to learning such as school absent or dropout are also prohibited." In addition, popular culture and art operators have been appointed as youth protection managers who help guarantee the human rights of youth celebrities. Hopefully this will help make sure with making minors being dressed more appropriately and that their health, both mentally and physically, is taken better care of. This is a great thing, and I hope it works to help groups like NEWJEANS receive protection from predatory practices in the K-pop industry. NEWJEANS is of course not the only group that contains minors. However, their production company could take a leaf from groups like NMIXX and IVE, who have made more wholesome music videos that are also artistic and fun. I'm not comparing them here to say that one group is better than the other, just showing how easy it is to keep minors protected and have a group also be successful, especially with the latest comeback from NMIXX that references Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream, which is unique and fantastical and also fun. IVE also has had many comebacks that have themes of age-appropriate love, from Afterlike to Love Dive, that not only fit their aesthetic as a group but are also age-appropriate for all of the members. IVE also pushed boundaries with Kitsch, introducing a new sound and being on the verge of being inappropriate with the beeping of the word kitsch in the lyric to make it sound like the B word. NMIXX's debut, of course, pushed artistic boundaries with OO's mixed pop sound and artistic music video concepts. In addition, NEWJEANS has now reached the point where shocking and inappropriate music videos and promotions are simply unneeded. A Time magazine article published on May 23rd states that with their two singles Ditto and OMG, they have become the fastest Korean group to ever hit 1 billion streams on Spotify. So clearly they were doing great before this album ever came out. IVE also has a contract with Pepsi, which is Coke's direct competitor, without the provocative marketing. So clearly it can be done. At this point, NEWJEANS members are just clearly being used as a springboard for HEE-JIN's art and not being appreciated by their company for their clear talents. I hope in the future that NewJeans and their directors and producers can keep their music videos and songs more age appropriate. I don't want anybody boycotting NewJeans, nor do I think that it really would make a difference anyways if we did. My point with videos like this is that I really want you to think about who you support in the K-pop industry and why. You should never support a group blindly without ever doing your research, and never listen to just random strangers on the internet, even me. I feel like K-pop artists, especially female K-pop artists, get a lot of hate online compared to Western artists and male artists in the same industry. And they really don't deserve that for all of their hard work. But they also don't deserve to be taken advantage of and exploited either. Please let me know in the comments what you think of NewJeans' comeback, whether you think the songs are age appropriate or not. If you come into my comments, please don't say anything like, but if you feel weird watching NewJeans do XYZ, then you're the problem because you're the one that's making it weird. No, 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 no. We're not going to do that. Not here, not on my channel. We are still supporting the girls as artists. It is the adults that are in charge that are the ones that are making these bad decisions. And they are the ones that need to be held accountable. That is it, period, end of sentence. Thank you so much for watching this non-reaction. It has been something that's been on my mind for a while, and I just felt like I really needed to talk about it. So I really appreciate your support. If you could please hit that like button and subscribe down below, whether or not you want to see videos more like this, or if you're more into reactions or music history, I make all of those kinds of videos for you for free. However, if you would like to support me monetarily, I do have a Ko-fi account that I've set up. I will leave it here and also in a link in the description down below. You can also follow me on Instagram at once.uponamelody. I post my behind the scenes and just kind of fun things that I'm working on both of those websites, so you can go ahead and check that out. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!